2020, I really got into control line flying with some old and some new planes. 2 years ago, I had finished an electric plane called the Prop Buster and just really started flying it this year. I built a modern laser cut version of the Stuntman 23 and made electric power. And I finished up my Sterling Viper and powered it with the Medallion Cox 049. I built a Baby Nobler and powered that with the electric system from Broadek. The first control line I remember building was a Goldberg Stuntman 23 when I was about 10 years old. I was about 12 years old, somebody gave me a Goldberg Buster kit that I finished up and flew. Here you see the Prop Buster plan, which was on the back side of a plan for an RC airplane called the Oily Bird, which I also built a long time ago. I had flown the Prop Buster in 2019 some and did a loop or two, but it's this year that I started concentrating on trying to do better loops. My first loops here didn't look too good. I was giving it way too much control. The Stuntman 23 flew better than I thought it would on electric power. After sitting for like 40 years, I got my Goldberg Buster out with the Fox 35. I was amazed it even run, but it didn't run the best. Well, it crashed on the first flight. Well, I repaired it and, of course, tried it again. The Fox 35, it seemed to have some kind of a fuel draw problem where it wouldn't run consistently. So finally I gave up, replaced it with an OS Max 35S. The OS Max 35 took quite a while to break in, but then it ran really good once it was broken in. The engine would change between rich and lean, moving over the top of it. I'm just wondering maybe if the needle valve is turning some in flight as it vibrates, and that's what's screwing with the adjustment. I'm pretty much just doing loops. The Baby Nobler electric flew even better than the Stuntman 23 electric with its built-up wing. Line tension still wasn't the best, but I put a lot of side thrust and added more wingtip weight, and it got a lot better. The first flight, though, was really wild. I had the CG back too far, and it was way too sensitive, and I had too long of lines, and the tension wasn't good. The Half-A Viper I'd started quite a while ago, and I don't know, it took me a long time to finish it up, but it really did work pretty good. I was amazed how much power that Cox Medallion had, and pulled it really well on 42 feet of line, but I started out with 30 feet of line. It was way too fast. The Viper is powered by a Medallion 049. You could use a bigger tank. Moving on to learning inverted flight. Someone had made the comment that learning to do inverted flight with a control line was key into learning to do more, but I think this was the first time that I've done the Lazy 8. Today I switched to Spectral line. I had been using cable 60 feet and now I got 58 feet. I've got a pretty even combination of electric and glow planes. There's places that I don't fly the glow planes where I will fly the electric, and it's good to be able to just go over to the local park and fly early in the morning or later in the evening sometimes when it's calm, where it's pretty windy during the day. I felt by the end of the season that I was flying much smoother, but I really never pushed it to try to do more advanced stunts. I did feel that I was getting much more of a feel for the plane as I flew more. I plan to build several new control lines over the winter, and next year I'm going to try the outside maneuvers.